Welcome. I'm listening to the birds in the trees. Really love it. So for the longest time, I've been trying to get my YouTube channel going. And I remember when I started it, I think it's 4 years ago now, even with very few limited videos on there. I mean, it is so obvious to me the level of growth that I've achieved, luckily, by looking at my videos. The first ones were very obvious how uncomfortable I felt being photographed, videographed. And feeling extremely self-conscious and then overcompensating by feeling like I have to be beautiful. My hair needs to be perfect, or even if it's my wild and curly hair, it needs to look just right. I need to act in a way that would get people to want to listen to me, which I thought meant I needed to be like other YouTubers. I needed to speak quickly, which I do sometimes. I needed to sort of be on it, go for it, be inspiring, uplifting. And I remember back then, I still believed that my only value was being a nice person, being kind, being really very sweet, which is my nature. But I needed to show that to the world, share that with the world, because I was fearful that I would get rejected if I didn't show that, if it wasn't obvious. Please don't attack me, look at how nice I am. Please like me, because even though I always say I'm not a people pleaser because I do not conform, I do my thing, it still is very painful when I get rejected. When I get treated as if I don't belong, I'm not welcome. Old woundings from my childhood as the scapegoat of my family. So I feel what has kept me from sharing on YouTube in the past, I've healed so much of it. And I know many people will not resonate with my very calm and gentle way, my very slow way of speaking, especially when I'm multidimensionally attuned and I'm hearing all of these different messages wanting to come through. I'm tuned into the earth, to people around me, in my environment, to the animals, to the beautiful trees, nature spirits, as well as multidimensionally with my spirit guides, with my galactic guides, and sometimes crossed over loved ones or whomever wants to come through, my angels always being present, archangels being present. So I can sound as if I am very distracted and deep in thought when I am actually super present and just multidimensionally plugged in. And I know that many people will think I speak too slowly or I'm too calm. I remember my mother telling me that the one course that I created, Create Your Own Inner Sanctuary, where I teach you how to meditate successfully from day one. I help you to reset your nervous system, to learn how to self-soothe anxiety, overwhelm, fear, etc. I empower you with tools in that course, such as breath work, alternative mindful activities, creative activities, and so on. And while I showed it to my mom and my dad fell asleep. And my mom said to me, "Aren't you worried that people are just going to fall asleep and not actually take your course, not be able to take your course?" Because it was so calming and soothing and relaxing. And I just chuckled and I said to her, that is the whole point. You are meant to feel really safe and loved and calm and soothed. Not really supposed to fall asleep, but of course if you're very exhausted or your nervous system is always switched on, you will probably feel very sleepy, drowsy, relaxed, but that's the whole point. So I feel like I succeeded. And this is why I came. And that's something that I didn't understand. I feel a little bit emotional. I didn't understand when I started my YouTube channel that there are people out there who need me. Yes, the bubbly, happy, joyful, I wanted to say sprightly, bright me, that is truly me. But this, quiet, gentle, shy, understated, slow, deliberate, heartfelt, authentic me. This is who I wish to share, who I choose to share with all of you. And yes, it requires me to be vulnerable and to risk being rejected, but at least I get rejected for being who I truly am, knowing that I'm happy with me. I love and approve of me. I'm still working on it, but I feel good about having reached this point. So yes, so now feeling self-conscious, I feel like I need to draw a card and draw attention away from me. I've never been used to, even though I'm one of those people who I'm comfortable speaking in front of a large group if it's my group and it's people who I resonate with, who I am there to inspire and uplift and share spirit messages with. That's too many. Let me draw one card for us, one message. I feel so immensely humbled by all of the gifts that I've received in my life. And for the longest time I've been hiding it. Wow. Beautiful, pretty pink butterflies. Intention. Let me use the light on my phone, otherwise I'm not able to read this print. Intention is simply allowing the will and the mind to align and move in harmony. May I always focus on the highest. My intention is that all God's wishes for me come true. Wow, that's so beautiful, innocent and raw. I love it. What do you think? So one of the things that I also wanted to mention, that's actually why I came online today, is that for the longest time it felt to me, because it took me 3 days just to edit my videos, and then I felt like I needed to remake this part, I need to redo that. I was so judgmental, so harsh on myself, being perfectionistic, being trying to overcompensate always throughout my life and being the best at everything I do. And it felt like I was constantly failing because there's so many people with these perfect, amazing YouTube channels with thousands of videos on there. How can I ever compete? How can I ever be the best? It almost feels impossible. And I felt so messy, so imperfect, so not good enough. And I'm not looking for sympathy at all, or for anyone to validate me as worthy. I'm just simply sharing with you my process, what I've been working through. And I realized once, probably a year ago already now, that life is messy. Healing is messy. To get to the point of perfection is messy. And so it would be okay, I decided, that if my videos were messy, not perfect, if there were so-called mistakes on there, imperfections, that would be okay. That I would much rather inspire others who also feel like you would start a YouTube channel, or you would want to share your thoughts in a blog post, or write a book, or just speak to others, even if it's a small group, and you stop yourself because you feel like you're not good enough, you're not perfect, you're not doing it right according to society, according to what is popular, or what seems to be popular. I've never wanted to be popular. I often have been, and I appreciate it, but that's never my goal. But I wanted to prove myself worthy by seeing that enough people would like what I put out there. It would be a feather in my cap. And it just kept on feeling for all these years impossible. And I would just confirm for myself that I'm not good enough. I don't have the practical, technical things that it takes. I don't have the skills. I keep on fumbling my words. It's amazing. And what I realized was that I used to really actively still blame my parents, my older sister, and my ex-husband for having really abused me, picked on me, put me down, insulted me, not supported me, in particular my mother, my sister, and my ex-husband. And making me feel like I'm never good enough, making me feel like I have to be perfect, and even when I'm perfect, they don't love me, they don't accept me, I'm not worthy. And then one day I realized that even though they are all still alive and I still am in contact with my mother, my father, my sister, that it was no longer them doing this to me, even my ex-husband, who's extremely cruel, that I had taken over on their behalf. It was me. I was creating the video and then taking 3 days to edit it, constantly criticizing me, constantly finding fault, constantly finding how I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, I'm a failure, I'm pathetic, or I'm ugly, or I'm lazy, or I'm I mean, it was amazing to me to realize that they were no longer doing it to me at all. So at times my mother would invalidate me still, but I don't see her on a regular basis. I don't even talk to her every day anymore. And my sister would insult me whenever she had the opportunity, but I mean, that wouldn't happen for a very long time. And I don't ever speak to my ex-husband anymore. So, and my father is no longer critical of me. Him and I have sorted things out mostly and come to an understanding, and I really do love my father very much. And I respect him, I honor him, and especially because he's been willing to listen to me, to say that he's sorry, to show me that he's sorry, and to change his way, which my mother, my sister, my ex-husband will never do. So, but the point is, it wasn't them. They started it, they planted the seeds of self-doubt. They were the ones who invalidated me, the ones who had insulted me and made me feel not good enough, that confirmed that I was never worthy. That is true. But I had now taken over. I was the criminal, the abuser, the cruel one, the ugly one, the nasty one. And I could no longer blame them until, or, you know what I mean? It's not them anymore, it's me. And so I take full responsibility, and I say to myself, I really need to work on feeling and being good enough for me, feeling worthy no matter what. So I would fail at something, and I started saying to myself, you know what? So as an example, I'm an artist. I used to have obsessive compulsive disorder like my mother, trying to get my house, my environment, myself to be absolutely perfect at all times, feeling like just horrible if it wasn't. And then I overcame that, but still perfectionistic, still enjoying my environment to be neat and comfortable, but beautiful, organized, and failing at that at times, especially when, with narcissistic abuse. It is a coping tool, a way of distracting ourselves, of numbing out, to have the distraction of a messy place. And so at times my place would be messy. It is now, currently, by the way, to be honest, because I'm dealing with a lot. Emotionally, I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed in my life as I'm moving in a new direction, and I'm not sure where to go yet. I'm not sure what I'm worth of yet. Do I dare dream of what I really want, or will I be disappointed again? So, but the point is that I wanted to make that I started saying to myself, even though your room is messy, even though you're disorganized, even though you feel shame for it, because you've been shamed so often by others for it, I still love and accept you as you are. I still choose you. I love you. I think you're amazing. Even though your room or your house is messy and out of control, you're worthy of love. I will not abandon you. I will not judge you and insult you any longer. Even though you made a YouTube video and there are so many imperfections in it, you're still worthy of love. You are still good enough, and you have a very important message to put out there to the world. You have shared your message with so many, and I know for a fact that many people's lives have been touched positively for it, and I'm very grateful for that fact. So I've decided this is it. I am quitting, preventing myself from putting myself out there just because I cannot be the best YouTuber or even perfect at it. I'm going to go ahead, messy, and love myself anyway. Whether you love it, I don't really care, to be honest. If you want to criticize or judge me, that literally means that you have a shadow aspect within you that feels injured or embarrassed or shameful or angry at me for daring to be my imperfect me, for daring to be messy, for allowing myself to put this sloppy video out there. And so I will bless you and send you love and wish for your healing for your sake. And if you do appreciate this and realize, what I hope for is that I will now truly stopping myself from making YouTube videos. I will put myself out there and put all of the wonderful resources that I have out there to help everyone. That is what my intention is. And I want to have fun with it. I want to really enjoy it, and I do want to look back on it and feel satisfied, feel proud, feel good enough and worthy for me. It's all about me. And I hope that you guys appreciate this and that this inspires you to also go for it. Go and do it, even if you don't know exactly how or where to start. Take that first step. And to end things off, something that I absolutely adore is to work with is to work with oracle cards and the way that Spirit brings through messages. This is a message for you and for me. If you're still watching to this point, thank you. If you resonate with me, wow. If you resonate with me, please like and share. Subscribe to my channel, and I would love to share more imperfect, messy videos with you. This is card number 22, and it's so beautiful. The two versions of all of us. Let's see what it says. What is your inner voice telling you about the dream in your heart? Wow. My inner voice is telling me that I dare not hide my light under a bushel any longer. I dare not allow my self-doubt, fear of judgment, fear of criticism, fear of feeling shame and feeling not good enough, not worthy, stop me from sharing my heart, sharing my soul, sharing all of the amazing tools that I've been gifted with, or that I've discovered thanks to all of my gifts. All of the inner work that I've done, and I still have a ways to go. But I mean, wow, when I think back on where I used to be, in 2000 when I left my ex-husband, I literally could barely speak. I was that badly abused. I felt like nothing. And here I am. And I've made a massive difference in many people's lives. I know it sounds like I'm tooting my own horn. It is a part of having been invalidated all of my life. Being told that I'm useless, I don't make an impact, nobody wants me, nobody needs me, when this is not true. And even if I've made a profound change in one person's life, which I know I have, that is why we came. We didn't come here to allow our limitations to hold us back. I came here to shine my light, and I hope that you will join me. And I hope that you will support me. I will ask for your support. Thank you, and I'm sending you loads of healing love and light. I decided that I didn't want to edit my video, but I forgot that I wanted to read this card for you from the booklet. And so I have to splice this in, but I'm planning on not editing out any mistakes or any. I actually forgot that during my video because I'm so used to for YouTube I've created, I should go and count, probably around at least 60 or 70 videos, maybe even more, that I never posted. What a waste. And I might never post them, because every time I look at them, I want to redo a lot of it, and or I feel now very aware of how I was trying too hard before, and so it seems like I'm performing, and that's not natural for me. You know, I don't seem natural. I don't come across, because it wasn't natural, really, even though, like I said, I am a positive, bubbly person. So anyway, let me read for you card number 22. At the top it says, "This is not your practice life. Decide." Isn't that just perfect guidance for me today? Is it perfect for you? You've drawn this card because you are at a crossroads and it's time to decide. No one knows you better than your true self, and it is time to trust your intuition. We're all intuitive. We just haven't been taught how to use this part of us. Give yourself permission to connect on a deeper level with your soul's unique language. You can do this by following your heart and stepping into your purpose. This is something that I help people with. You are being called to evolve your intuition and trust yourself more deeply. Listen to this inner nudge and honor the direction it is leading you. You have your own path that looks nothing like anyone else's, and it is your destiny to be who you came here to be. Wow. It's time to shine your most magnificent expression of your authentic self. Wow. And I want to mention that even though this video is technically timeless, I'm doing the recording on this, what is the date? Monday, Moon Day, 19th of August 2024, which is the first of 4 supermoons, and this one is the super full moon in Aquarius. And that is all about your authentic expression and shining your light, putting yourself out there. So it's not a coincidence that I felt inspired today. I only realized it after I'd created the video, the original video. So, okay. Where was I? It is time to shine your most magnificent expression of your authentic self. This means trusting yourself, listening to your intuition, and following your soul's guidance. As you do this, you live your life with integrity and truth, and things become more peaceful. Your divine assignment. You know in your heart of hearts what you really want. This is not your practice life. Don't waste it doing what you don't want to do. Your calling is calling to you, and this is the sign. Trust this voice within. You are ready to be who you are destined to be. Oh my word. Adore that. That was perfect. Thank you, Spirit. Just turn off my light. Not my light, my phone's light. I'll turn up my light now. So I would have ended it there, but I do want to share with all of you that I am a spiritual awakening guide and a starseed activating. Okay, wait, let me start that again. I am a spiritual awakening and ascension guide. I'm a starseed activator, myself being a purebred Pleiadian starseed very proudly. And I love, love, love what I do, absolutely. And one of the main things that I do, I just finished my 8 Lionsgate DNA activation, a group session, and with the most beautiful souls. Immensely grateful, and I received my own upgrades as well. Very grateful. And now I'm going to have to pause because all of a sudden, and this is a part of a trauma response, I blanked out for a moment. So I was saying that I absolutely love what I do, and a part of what I do is to guide everyone, but in particular starseeds and lightworkers, onto their highest life path. I help you to identify any blockages or limitations, limiting beliefs, and I help you to remove them. I do most of the work for you, but you obviously have to be a willing participant and choose that, and you have to sign up and commit to doing that. And then I help you to find literally your mission and your purpose in life as well. And this is my specialty, so I wanted to mention a few of these tools, and I will share a link in the description box below so that you know how to connect with me to have access to these tools. So that's one of the ways that I'm shining my light. I hope that you enjoyed this expose of my soul, my vulnerabilities. I enjoyed it. I liked just being myself. This is what I'm going to do from now on. After all of the struggle, all of the challenge, all of the strife, finally I feel free to just be me. So thank you for your support and sending you lots of healing, love and light.